Hey everyone, we are going to be doing a premiere draft for Ikoria, Lair of the Behemoths today. This is going to be basically a play until 3 match bosses. It looks like that it's going to be asynchronous for the games. However, the draft itself is going to be an actual draft rather than simulated AI picks. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. I don't really know anything about draft for this format. I have played quite a few sealed pools now, so I'm kind of comfortable with the cards, but I don't really know what archetypes are going to pop up in draft, so this will be interesting to see what we can make work. I know one thing I haven't had much luck doing in sealed was the allies and humans and monsters archetype. It's hard to get a good pool to build that. We might be able to get a lot of payoff cards for that and force our deck into that strategy. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting draft for us. After this video, I am planning on uploading a short once-over look at the deck I was going to build for this week's episode. The blue cycling combo deck turned out to be incredibly terrible, and it was so bad that I couldn't even put it on an episode for a show called the Jank. I built something a lot more interesting in its place, but I wanted to show you guys this terrible, terrible combo, just so you can marvel at it. It's not going to be a full episode, but like at the end, there'll be a timestamp in the about info if you wanted to check it out. But we'll see how this draft goes. Waiting for a cue. Oh, that was fast. Oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't. Oh yeah, okay. They're all locking in. Ooh. I haven't gotten this guy yet, so I might pick that up just as a collection. Boneyard Worker is very good too. He's a pretty good reason to play. Could do a hilarious solid footing meme deck. I don't know if we're going to be in these colors. I still want to see what we're getting past. Flame Spill is quite good, though. Yeah, I think I want Flame Spill. General's Enforcer could be good if we're going to be in white-black. I don't know if we're going to pick up any legendary humans. Doesn't seem likely. Checkpoint Officer is probably the best pick here. Checkpoint's sweet. So we can play King Caesar in just white-red if we mutate, so we don't even need the black. White definitely appears to be open, although we're going to need some non-humans if we want to mutate. So Garrison Cat might be a good one. Go for Blood's an okay card as well. The cycling is really nice, especially since we're in white. There's a few good cycling payoffs. Deadweight's alright. I don't complain about it. Oh, Poacher's very good. I'm gonna go with the Poacher. We're gonna try and force red, white, black into a thing. Alright, so here's some payoff for humans, non-humans in the deck. I don't know if we'll be able to pick it up. Wow, there's a lot of good cards in here. I don't know if we'll be able to make it work, but I want to try it. So we're kind of pushing a couple different themes here. It might be a little too spread out, but I want to get some good humans, good non-humans, and try and make it all work. Boot Nipper is great with Fight as 1. Being indestructible is excellent on a Death Toucher. So we're going to do that. He's a good mutate target for King Caesar. Double Strike with Death Touch counter is not bad. I mean, King Caesar's a house anyways. If you mutate him, it's not game over. They can still remove him, but dealing 4 damage, gain life, and then threatening 6 more damage, it's pretty insane. Alright, Vulpikeet's very good. we might be able to get a bunch of Whisper Squad. The card's been interesting. Playing one turn 1 and then getting another one turn 2 is a pretty fine play. Let's get some mutate targets, though. Okay. Well, white's definitely open. I think Vulpikeep's going to be a little insane, although we could start taking humans. I want to hold out for the Daybreak Commando, the 4 cost 3/3 that gets a 1/1. Daybreak Marshal, I think. Yeah. Might end up cutting the red of all things. If we mutate, we don't need red either. Alright, so here's the Marshal I wanted. A lot of good cards. Boxes, yeah, we don't have any cycling yet. I passed the cycling human. I'm gonna take that Marshal I wanted. Got a lot in the 4 drops. You need to start looking at filling out the lower ends, and maybe a extreme top end. Get that Godzilla Void back in her. Well, Solid Footing is definitely available. Everyone's like, I don't know if I'm doing the Solid Footing deck. We haven't really seen anything for it, so that makes sense. Garrison Cats. Mutate target, makes a human. I think it's probably going to do what we need to do. General's Enforcer. Well, we got lucky that white and black were open when our first pick was King Caesar, the Woken Titan. Snapdax. Okay. 3 drops, still looking a little bare. Tega Tiger is quite good, but it's good with humans too. Get some flying. We don't have vigilance. I don't think Solid Footing is going to be good. We'll just take the Slipper Dart. I'm going to take a Whisper Squad for the sideboard. See how many Whisper Squads we can actually pick up. Sweet, got that last pick Swamp. Alright, the goodies continue rolling in. We're probably going to take that Venturer, although this Night Squad Commando is also good. I don't think it's better than a 11-rank Venturer. See, there's a Tiger over here, but this fills out the middle of our deck nicely. I already have the Triumph. It is our colors, though. Or we could take some removal. Mutual Destruction's not bad. Works really well with Garrison Cat and Day Squad Marshal. Already have... whatever. No. Gotta take the removal. Narset. Not gonna play Narset, obviously, but I think I want one. This Blitz Leech would be really good. You take Narset, though.
A peaceful resolution, but I'll fight if I must.
Okay, so... Regal Veosaur is absolutely fine. Perimeter Sergeant fits our curve well as well. Got a lot of good creatures. I think Veosaur is good, though. It's a strong mutate ability. Need to find a way to get a couple extra creatures in play, though. We have that Forbidden Friendship. I'll put one in here. Alright, so we got the Healer, Spontaneous Flight, Rock Slide. I think without a question, it's Rock Slide. We're pretty light on removal right now, and Rock Slide is premium. Okay, so we've got Whisper Squad, I mean, if we're mutating Regal Venusaur, Whisper Squad's pretty solid. I don't fancy putting a lot of them in the deck, but could be good. Take the Coil Bug. It's a solid mutate, and it's great at, yeah, it'd be really good with the Venusaur. I don't want Zenith Flare. There's the time and place for Zenith Flare, but it's not this deck. I guess I gotta pick something. Took a little too long thinking about it. Okay, so Rescuer. Yeah, it's toss up between Rescuer and Piercer for me. What a Sergeant. We don't have any cycling still. This is going to go well, though, with the Venusaur, so maybe we'll pick up some cycling. I don't think I like Tentative Connection, but it's probably our best pick here. I don't really care for any of these others. Oh, it could be good in this deck with the Bushmeat Poacher. That could be fun. Alright, so toss up. I mean, all three of these I think would be okay. I think I would like the Venusaur. It is nice for our top end. Creature spells. We have a whole lot. We don't really have a whole lot that we'll be casting to pop the Ceratops. I'm going to take another tentative and see if we can get some sacrifice effects, some mutual destructions. Don't really have the cycling theme, but this fits the curve best. Blitzleech is really good, though. We can go with the potential removal. I like both of these. I already have a Sleeper Dart. I don't know if I'm going to play the Serrated Scorpion. Yeah, that Zenith Flare overall is going to pass on to Last Pick Forest. Alright, Cyberclaw Terror. We could play it. Sanctuary Lockdown's quite good, too. Yeah, but gosh, this is a great pack. Removal or Cyberclaw Terror. I'm gonna take the Terror. Can get back. Snap Dax. Alright. We'll make it work. I think this deck's problem is going to be its mana base. Second pick of land to fix the mana base. Not above it. Like a lot of these cards. Gosh, I like a lot of these cards. I've got a pretty good deck, though. I think I'm going to take the thing that'll help it be consistent. As weird as it feels. We're a little over. I think I'm going to cut the Tentative Connections. It's cute. I've only got one Poacher. I could get another Poacher. Get some cycling. Another Day Squad Marshal. Lots of options. I think I'm going to ditch the cycling. I just don't have anything going on for it. We got a lot of other good cards here. Which means maybe the Poacher. Goes well with the Durable Coil Bug and the Tentative Connections. It's a good card. That'll help us keep in the game while we get to Snap Dax and Gigan. Garuda. Could play Shredded Sails. Good more good flying removal. Don't really like Raking Claws. I think I like Boot Nipper better than Durable Coil Bug. Spring Draw Trap, Fire Prophecy. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I think next draft I want to try and force the Vigilance and Solid Footing combo. I think I need Sleeper Dart. Pretty trim. Fire Prophecy. Maybe we'll play it. Cloud Piercer is just kind of the solid body. You got Reach. Won't object to it being in the deck. I want to take this Serrated Scorpion out. Maybe cut one more thing from here. I want to leave the Tentative Connection Bushmeat combo in. I like the thought of it. Take a Boot Nipper out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Got a bit of a mix of each of them. Alright, so I can get another Day Squad or Blade Banish, or... So the Wolverine is not going to be active, we just don't have a deck for it. Otherwise I would put it right in there. We've got a few. Blade Banish. Need more time. Let's take Corpse Churn. I might end up playing that. The Recursion's good. Might end up playing Night Squad Commando. I'm not going to play any of these. I already have all the copies. I guess I could take Sleeper Dart. After Ship Sails. Oh, Dark Bargain at the end, so that actually could go on the deck. Got a lot of stuff to cut. Of course, there's no right. It's a little rough on the mana. Since I'm in 3 colors, I might cut that. How many humans do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Start all over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not a lot of humans. I better leave it in. Alright, good. It does look like it is asynchronous for the matches. This counts as kind of one. Can I play Gigan as my commander? I'd have to cut these guys, but I'd always have a Gigan. Can we get away with that? Let's see, I could put in Boot Nipper. Can't play Fight as 1. Yeah. Wasn't planning on it, but I think we can get away with it. We can put in the Rescuer, the Vantasaur, Boot Nipper, Dark Bargain. If we've got the thing we want, the cycling. Alright, we're there. I could also put in Dark Bargain. And go up on the Tentative Connections. I don't have anything else that's cycling, do I? I don't know if it's a good idea, but we're gonna try it. Can't put in the Springjaw Trap. Oh, I've got to put in one more card. Oh, that's interesting. It filters for me. I think with a swingy deck like this, we might get some kills with Tentative Connection. We got a low curve over here. Oh, this will be interesting. What do I think about the mana? We need early everything. I think red is our least important. Yeah, definitely red is our least important. Do I want swamps though, or plains? Plains. Okay. Let's resolve some Giggins. This will be interesting. I didn't say Blade Banish up here. Did I leave all of it in, maybe? I guess I did. This is not a great hand, but we've got our colors, so we'll take it. And sweet, we got our Swamp for Gigan. We're playing against a Lutri deck. This is going to be pretty dangerous. We got a lot of good plays on turn 5. This is probably the least scary Regal Venusaur ever. I like that. He's got blue, so I'm not cycling Shining Sails automatically. I'd like to wait for some sort of, for the Daybreak Rescuer. But depending on what he does right now, I might just toss the Shredded Sails. Kind of need stuff, so I want to see if I can get... Okay. Yeah, I need to play stuff, so I'm gonna just go ahead and do the cycle. Let's get not land. Alright, let's land. Oh, well, it's a little awkward. Where's the Vine Creature? 3-1. Let us simply attack. Alright, we've been ambushed. I think I'm gonna try and swing back. This mana looks like it could be a Voracious Great Shark, which is kind of just game ending. It is not. I don't know if I'm fine trading the Rescuer for the Facet Reader. I think I'm gonna go for it. As an Essence Scatter. Okay. Now I just need to wait for him to tap out so I can resolve this Gigan and see what we get. I don't want to do it when he's got blue open. Especially not the way he kind of looked at that checkpoint officer. We can be patient now that I've got the officer here. that's kind of why I want to get rid of the Facet Reader. The longer that the game goes on with the Facet Reader and play, the more likely he is to generate some pretty good value out of it. Plus, if he's got more of those, oh, it's fine. Oh, there it is. Of 1 mines. That turns that on. But he's thinking about Blitz Leech. I don't think I want that rescuer back. Oh. Thinking about Blitz Leech. Let's wait. He's really thinking about that Blitz Leech. He's thinking about double suffocating fumes. Well, do what you gotta do. I think I want to resolve the Blitz Leech now, though. No, if he counters the Leech, that leaves the door open for the Cyber Terror. Means I'll take 5, but 6/6 with whatever we pop out seems like it could help stabilize. Maybe I'll get like a Vantisor or something. And I can always Corpse turn the Blitz Leech back in for the slowest of plays. This gets Great Shark, we're toast though. I don't think there's anything that'll save us against a Great Shark. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna keep my Leech, make him spend removal on it. If he wants to sit on his own Blitz Leech, that's also fine with me. I'll be able to attack, he'll play it in response, and then I'll Gigan. This looks okay to me. Maybe I should just go for it instead of stalling out like this. He can counter it once and then I can Corpse turn it back. I guess if I hit another land, then we'll go for that strategy. I feel like the Blitz Leech is able to put on a decent amount of pressure though. Discards a card. Okay. I think the Corpse turn's still the best here. Although I could connection it and swing out. It's an aggressive play, but I like it. I mean, it's probably terrible. Need a 3-drop to really make this good. Oh, he didn't attack. I accept that. Well, this is the plan. With that land, I'm sitting there thinking I wish I had kept the Corpse turn, but that's okay. If he mutated, it wouldn't have been good for me. Alright, I don't think he can block my 1/1s. Too much damage. Yeah, he's got to block the Blitz Leech. Goes down to 4. Well, you can't make me discard any cards. I've got lethal between any two of my creatures, so he has to play something. Well, that's something. It alone is not really a good deterrent, because he still has to... It doesn't trade with the Leech, doesn't trade with the Day Squad Marshal. He could block here and eat this, I guess. That's pretty good. But I can attack with the Leech. Okay. Well, if he's got an Essence Scatter, we're hosed. Or I could just go with the Volbeat. I've got 8 mana. Yeah, I can't do both. The Volbeat's not great. Let's see what he has. Essence Scatter or no? Nice. Oh. Well. I need double white. Rip. I can't just play it, but that's a lot worse. But if he has a mutate, then we're out of luck too. 3/5 double strike by itself. I can mutate it next turn. No attacks. If the mutate goes off, that should end things. Okay. Could just get Capture Sphere. Let's find out. Even if it gets Capture Sphere, the Cavern Whisperer dies. Let's see if he gets Unlikely Aided. Okay, things are looking good. No Capture Sphere. Could be a Shark mutation. I don't think that would happen. The Pouncing Land Shark. And he goes to 1. Death Touch. Alright, we got there. We didn't end up dodging the Garuda. It would have been... I don't know, I still think the tentative connection play was good. It really put him on the back foot and stopped his attack, which was my goal for it, so I still like that play. Resolving the Garuda would have been slow, and if he had a mutate creature, which he did with the Heron, he could have forced me to discard the Corpse Churn, so... I don't think even I'm adventurous enough to keep that. Let's get rid of that tentative connection. Oh, nope, we got the combo in there. Let's get rid of... Man, we still need swamps. That's not what's supposed to happen. I'm supposed to say, I really need a swamp, and it gives me a swamp. Alright, perfect. We'll get there eventually. I don't know if we're going to get there eventually enough. Grim Dancer is sweet. Menace Lifelink? Yeah, that makes sense. take it. I'm not gonna mess around with a Grim Dancer. Come on, swamp. Hilarious. I think I'm going to increase the ratio of swamps if I've got all of these cards that require black. Put in one more. Alright. We got a Vulpikeet. We're 90% of the way there. We're actually... if this Vulpikeet doesn't get destroyed, the King Caesar could... I'm not above putting a King Caesar on that Vulpikeet just to eat the Pouncing Shore Shark. I'll do it. Just you watch me. Daisy Wade, Marshall. Oh, I need another land anyways. Alright, Marshall it is. It's 5. I don't think that was very polite of him. Oh, he's got Menace from before. Nice. Oh, we did it! We found our Lord and Savior Swamp. Let's see if he's got an Essence Scatter. Oh, we did it. He cycled. Okay. But is that being too greedy? He could have a Lava Cycler. I'm not going to kill him with this 1/1, so... The Lava Surger, I think, the cycling guy. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the Poacher up. So the next creature he plays we can eat. I'm gonna play another Poacher. Nope, 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 nope. No. Might save this Vulpikeet for... He's got the Go for Blood. Play that card. Okay. We can kill one of my poachers. That's fair. Glad I had the second one. Alright, since he apparently has Go for Blood, although he had to get it back, he might have another though. I'm just going to play it safe and take it. I don't want to speak too early, but it looks like he got flooded out and we might be able to make it. Can't save Blitzleech mana. Just go ahead and do the Gigan. Could get anything. Terratops, Doran. Do the Terratops. I can put a Vulpikeet on it. That'll be fun. checkpoint officer or the squad marshal. It's gonna kill the Gigan. I guess we can just get back a Gigan. Seems nice. Although we might mill out. I don't think we're gonna mill out. Actually, I had a change of heart. I think we might if we did that. Going down to 9 is not where I want to be. That could be the wrong call, but it's the call I'm making. Alright, so I've got enough to do some sweet mutations. On. Oh, has to be one I own. Hilarious. Well, this seems a lot worse. Trying to decide if I can just kill the Leosaur. Let us go to the combats. Okay, so we've got some cycling shenanigans going on. Target artifact creature you control. Alright, he can't take my Teratops. His Teratops. I guess that is not a useful attack there. I'm gonna go ahead and sacrifice a soldier, I think. To the bushmeat poacher. I'm keeping the King Caesar because it can double as removal if I have a mutation. Using Ventasaur. Oh, okay. Let's see if he has a cycler. Oh. Alright, very close, but King Caesar yet again is amazing. I think Snapback's a little scary. Oh, we're getting limited ranks now. Oh, the sealeds and drafts I've done in the past have not been ranked, so I haven't gotten any limited rankings. Alright, we have 3 colors, and the combo. Could be hilarious. Playing as another Witchery deck. Get that life. Let's see if we can get in for 3 points of damage. We did. Let's put the Quillbug out. Okay, so we do have a mutation available, but he's got mana. And if he kills the Coilbug, that's fine? I guess he could counter it with a... He didn't Essence Scout with the Coilbug. I don't think he would have, though. I don't know what he could have that would be good here. I guess he could just play Lutri and trade with the Rescuer, and honestly I would be a million times happy with that. I doubt he's going to. But maybe maybe this scares him enough. Okay, no. Alright. No lands, so we're just going to do the attacks. Sorry, he's not really putting pressure on us, so if we can draw into the lands, we can outvalue him, I think. I was kind of hoping he would kill the rescuer instead of this checkpoint officer. Alright. That works for me. Get a land, sack it to a bushmeat poacher. Could have been worse. Guess we're gonna General's Enforcer. Wouldn't mind a Vantasaur right now either. Cycle that, get a token. Find a land. We're in a dangerous Lucci range right now though. Oh, that's another card that'll be great later. I could double block this Piercer and trade both my creatures, but it's just inviting misfortune with Lucci. I might need to reconsider my curve here. That's not good. Those are good cards. Not putting pressure on, I said. Alright. We're pretty much home clear, right? There's no possible way that this could all backfire and we could get completely and utterly destroyed. I think priority 1 is the Spell Eater Wolverine. Priority 2 is Blade Banish on the Piercer. Get out of here. Like, if we didn't kill the Wolverine, I think it would have been like Fire Prophecy, Lutri, kill both my blockers, double strike. Okay, I'll take that Fire Prophecy. I'm going to go for the Blade Banish now. May very well eat a counterspell. If it doesn't, then we've stabilized a little bit. Okay, we're not under immediate threat of death anymore. I'm not attacking. Well, I can attack one thing. It's really calm for being at 8 life. He didn't play the Lutri with anything. I wonder what he's looking for to play it with. This? I would. He needs something to get on the ground. Okay. Avian Oddity. There's another Blade Banish. There's nothing good to burn right now. I'm going to play the Poacher. And pass. Bird. I wonder if he's going to go get a Dracus. Yeah, Lord Dracus would be sweet right now for him. get double flame spill for next turn. I think he's waiting for me to just turn everything sideways. Still can't mutate. It's showing that I can play this. Oh, I can just play it. This is an instant. Just gonna scare him a little bit with the Enforcer. You can block or not. Oh, no block. Alright. So I've got two things I want to do. One is sack the checkpoint officer to draw a card. The other, though, I feel like he's going to Lord Dracus for that flame spill, and I'd like to be able to eat it with General's Enforcer. So I am just going to wait. If he plays a creature, I can Fire Prophecy. If he doesn't do anything I need to react to, then I can spend my 4 mana to turn that flame spill into nothing for me, I guess. I get no soldier token if it is not a creature. We've got hands full of cards. Keeps waiting on the Lutri though, and it's not really to his advantage, it seems like to me. I'm getting in chips of damage, and the longer the game goes on without him coming to kill me, the more likely it is I can resolve a Cyberclaw Terror. Of course, he is getting a lot of value off of that Facet Reader. I do want to kill it with the Prophecy of Fire, so that's probably going to be the play if he just passes here. Tentative Connection. Does it untap? I'm sure it does. Untap that creature. Okay, that's pretty fun. Sack this. I had to do that because he was going to take my Poacher and sack it himself. Okay. Coming over. You swinging. I mean, Tentative Connection's a lot worse when your opponent's at 23 life. It was a good combo he was going to do to me, but there's not much going on now. You get some points of damage in. I've got to decide if I'm going to Fire Prophecy Lutri or Facet Reader. Death to Lutri. We'll put Blade Banish on the bottom. I don't know if we're going to see another target for it. Jeez, this is quite a hand. So I could Tentative Connection, but I still don't have the mana for it. Just play King Caesar, or I can just go wide. I'm gonna play the Boot Nipper. Touch. Could play the Leosaur as well, or I can dig for a land. I can dig for a land now, and then maybe get the Leosaur. I should have done that first then before I tapped my mana. It all worked out. Okay, so next turn we can either Tentative Connection or Snapdax and wreck. Snapdax on Regal Leosaur would be an incredible beating. So I guess we'll find out if he's been sitting on counter spells. Looks like he's just been a bunch of lands. That makes sense, he's got the Facet Reader going. He's discarded quite a few lands. Okay. Well, I don't think we can Snapdax until that's out of the way. Oh, I guess we could. We can Snapdax it. This is still Essence Scatter mana. We're just gonna be real obnoxious. I think I'm going to take the Boot Nipper as well. That's a little greedy, but him losing the Facet Reader is at least something. It removes one more blocker. In fact, he should have no blockers unless he plays... Yeah, he'll have to play his own blocker when I go for... Yeah. Okay. That's fair too. Goodbye, Sanctuary Smasher. Getting those lands now. So much for that Blade Banish, right? I don't know if we'll ever see something with 4 more power again. Immediately. So far, Tentative Connection has been real good in this deck. I have not had cause to regret it. We've always been able to combo with the Poacher, though, so we still have to see if it's going to be good on its own. But if he's sitting on counter spells, I think we can still get in for Boot Nipper damage. So... he's tired of that. We're not going to mill out. I'm going to go for Gigan next. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can play nothing. I can't do 2 anythings. So... just gonna do it. Essence Scatter away. Oh. Alright. That's no good for him. Frostveil Ambush is pretty much the only thing, and even that puts him at 1. I don't know of a way that he comes back from this. Oh. Okay, seems good. No, that's still not sufficient. That is good, though. I thought this was a sorcery speed. Nice. Okay, I'll give him an ice. He survived. He's got a long ways to go to stabilize. Oh shoot. I could have won. Well, assuming he didn't have anything. I could have tended a connection to my own Cyberclaw. Okay. He's got 7 cards left. We might just grind him out of cards. Oh, this is a little weird, but we might just tentative connection that. 1 damage to each opponent. Let's see if he blocks. No, he can't. Icon has. Alright. Good game. Snapbacks is a terror. This does not look keepable. I think we will put it back. This is also terrible. But we got some primo removal. I'm sure we'll draw exactly what we need to make the dream come true. We are halfway there. The other half is the mountains. Alright. What more could you possibly want besides like a reasonable curve of 1s, 2s, and 3 drops? Boop. What bushmeat poacher? And dire tactics him. Nope. Ooh, bushmeat poacher. I'm gonna wait for something a little juicier than the snare tactician, I think. He's not able to attack into me, so I can bide my time. We got the red. Alright. That is the time biding I'm looking for. We're gonna take a tiger. Alright, so take that. Eat our best friend, the tiger. I make an allies deck where humans and non-humans work together, but secretly I eat all the non-humans. Alright, what's he tapping for? Insight Mentor. Okay. I have a suspicion he has an answer to this in hands, but maybe we'll get something else good. Like a snapbacks. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, don't blame you there. So I didn't realize it before, but it only shows one of the 2 graveyards at a time. I keep thinking it's going to show me all of my available options, so I need to make sure to check my own graveyard too. Seems okay. We've got some plays. I think I need to avoid mutating the Vulpikeet on the Boot Nippers as as desirable as it might be. Like Luris deck. Okay. So he's got all cheapos, so display advantage is useless. Well... Oh man, this is actually a little rough. If he can keep playing main servals, then Death Touch on the Boot Nipper is useless. Okay. Goodbye, Volpikeet. That's gonna be annoying. Or, Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it doesn't actually set his power. Well, we're in a bit of a tight spot here. And by a bit, I mean we're actually probably dead. We can play the Valiant Rescuer, but it's just gonna spend his... Yeah, I guess that's what we have to do. Make him play Luris and recast Dead. Wait, and then destroy the Luris. And take 5 a turn. I don't know. Looks like he built this with a solid pudding deck. No blocks. If we can somehow get a cycle or something, like Vantasaur becomes not terrible now. Bushmeat Poacher or Volpikeet. Serval's ridiculous. I'm just gonna throw out the Volpikeet right now. It has become time to block. Yep, it's fine. Not particularly fine, but we're gonna have to live with it. Odds of him increasing the power on any of his creatures is low. So Bushmeat Poacher is our best play, and it's not a great one. Our only hope is to draw a land, Cyberclaw Terror, and do something actually good. Three's a fine health to be at. Yeah, cool. Alright. Our streak comes to an end. Just didn't get the cards we needed to make it happen. I don't think there was much that we had against the Serval. Can make it work. I'm gonna cycle this Vantasaur, looking for a Plains. It's kind of like a Plains. It's Plains adjacent. It's in the Plains territory. We'll play our own. I'm gonna play Death Touch. If he wants to mutate onto it, then we'll be able to trade regardless. Nah. I was considering just corpse training it, but we got the Plains. I can't hardcast that yet. Just play the Coil Bug. Alright. I'll have one of these to block with. It looks like he's going pretty much as aggressive as he can with white-black. Seems good. Yeah. Oh, I have my choice. Would like the poacher right about now. Wonder if he's just gonna go on the coilbug plan and just put it back in his hands. What is this? Unlikely aid? I don't think I have anything else going on. I can, no, the corpse turn's gonna be good for Gigan. The only reason he would do this is if he's trying to get rid of flyers. I guess it doesn't like the Volpic heat. Okay. Look at this back to our hand. No blocks for me. Another Night Squad commando would be unfortunate. Well, actually, if he swung with a checkpoint officer and played the +2/1 to all his guys, that would also be very bad. I might just lose. Okay. Let's see what we can get from Cyberclaw Terror. Something good. We get a boot nipper. Alright. We'll go lifelink. It's not particularly good, but what am I going to do? I guess I can get that Vantasaur back. Okay. I'm assuming he has a Death Toucher. Cycle the Void Beckoner. That'd be pretty good. And also fine. I think I could live with that. Did I? Oh, I took the lifelink. Alright, I'm really bad at this game. Oh, I'm bad at math too. Just bad in general. I don't have enough to Durable Coilbug and Shredded Sails. Coilbug is better. Night Squad Commando being alive is pretty good. Okay. I'll just have to live with it. That seems pretty good. Well, I hate to say it, but I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work out. Blitz Leech. Not good. Sanctuary Lockdowns roll good. I think our best bet is to try and tentative connection this checkpoint officer. Seems bad. But it lets my Gigan stay up. I'll force him to use his characters to tap them down. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess we're sacking Gigan. I'll gain some life. So I'll take 5. Nope. I can't read. Blade Banish. So sack Gigan, go to 13, and then take 12? No, I would kill the working Deadeye. Goodbye yet again. Oh, Fire Prophecy. That's real good. Alright guys, we might get there. Let's put away the shredded sails. Okay. Question is, do we get there before we mow ourselves out? And the answer is, I'm not certain we do. Well, do we have Snapdax still? Yeah, Snapdax is coming up somewhere. Volkeet. There's Snapdax. Okay. See, I don't... He could have removal, or we could just win. We could just play the Coil Bug and bide our time. Swinging for 6 each turn is pretty good. It's not perfect, but we've got a lot of potential. If he tries to stabilize with a creature, we can just take it. I feel like if he had removal, he would have used on the poacher by now. Speaking of, I am going to use my removal on the poacher. Okay. This looks good. There we go. Bit scary for a little while, but Bushmeat Poacher with the tentative connection is pretty crazy. Let's see if we can get 2 more. Nope, that's not keepable. That is not really keepable either. Ugh. We're gonna need a lot of things to go right for this sort of thing to work. We could wriggle Voyasaur into Vulpikeet and hope he doesn't have any removal? That doesn't seem likely though, so... I guess we could save the Vulpikeet. Play Day Squad Marshal and then mutate the Leosaur into Vulpikeet and swing for like 12. I don't know how it should be. 5, 8. Yeah, actually. 11. Well, no swamps yet, but besides that, this looks okay. Not completely stuck on land. He's gonna stop to play a crystal. How angry would he be if I just shredded it? I really want to do the Day Squad Marshal play. If he plays something sweet with a crystal, maybe we can Blade Banish it and get in. Macrosage is permanence, right? He could play... That's nice. Oh, okay. That's too bad for him. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're gonna Blade Banish the Nightmare. Okay, so we've got a lot of good lines of play now. Now we need another land to play the King Caesar. If he just passes, then I'm going to assume he has a Blood Curdle he's going to use on the Day Squad Marshal. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, Leosaur. I think now is a good opportunity to destroy that crystal. I don't know how important that's going to be, but... if it keeps him off green, then I think that'll be nice. Oh, it didn't keep them off green. I think that was a poor choice. I should have just cycled it for a land. Let's see what he has though. Oh, it's a Brokos. Okay. I think he still loses. Yeah. Game. This deck's got a good mix of early aggression and really mid-game value that lets you really punch into the late. Alright, one more win. I believe in us. Brick. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Did we say a couple games ago we were gonna put some swamps in? I remember that. I remember when I said something like that. We need swamps. They're not relevant to this game. He's playing Ikoria. That's gonna give us some trouble. Those decks tend to have pretty good mid-game value. It's gonna make it hard for me to go over or around them. But they also typically are pretty reliant on creatures being beefy, so snap decks might just carry the day. course, if he's running white-black, those tend to have pretty good removal too, so... Maybe it's not my average Gahira deck. Perfect. More of the lands I already have. If I could just get Swamp Swamp, we'll call it even. It doesn't look like a swamp. What do I know? Nice. That's a good fertilid. We're just gonna play a Volpiki. Don't attack. Yeah. He can trade. I don't want him getting lands. Yeah, he didn't want to trade. Good call. Okay. You got it. Poor Volpiki. I knew that was going to happen. Isn't he going to be surprised when I play a swamp? No, because it's right over here that I have. I obviously either have blue or black in my deck. Won't I be surprised when I get a swamp? Hilarious. Yeah, there's nothing going on. Alright, if I get a swamp, I am still dead. Cool. I think we could have destroyed this deck. That's right. Let us consider how many swamps we have in the deck. I mean, really, this sort of thing shouldn't be happening. But if I were to cut something, it would be red. That's not going to help us, is it? You know what would be great, guys, is if we took that that tri-land that fits all of our colors. That would have helped solve all of our colored mana problems. I'll have to go back and watch the video to see what I took over it. It was something pretty good. It's a swamp. I'm unfamiliar with this feeling of swamp having. This Enforcer's been pretty mediocre. But I will admit, a 2-3 stat line for 2 is pretty good. It is just big enough to be a really annoying blocker. I guess we can do the Shredded Sails stuff. Let's see if he has a turn 2 play. I mean, yeah, if we don't draw a land, we are cycling. Alright, we did draw a land, so that's sweet. And it was even a swamp. Everything's coming up, Caleb. Cool. Oh, we're not blade banishing it. Let's see if we can get something. A land, like a mountain. That's something. Ikoria has prevented our ambush. It's okay. Sweet. Alright, what are we gonna do with this power? Gonna swing these two. Nice. Okay. It is what it is. We'll trade pieces of removal. What do we want to put back on the bottom? Tentative Connection? Blade Banish? Coil Bug? I want to play the Coil Bug right now. Maybe we don't put anything on the bottom. I do want to draw lands, though. We don't have the combo for Connection at the moment. That's not a land either. Our lives are filled with regret. It's gonna be super sweet when I draw all my good cards and lands, guys. Just you wait. Oh, well. Continued regret about the Tentative Connection. It's okay. I mean, it's not good. I need that Coil Bug. For reasons. What are the odds that he mutates it into something bigger at instant speed? I don't think there's instant speed mutate, besides another Batraw, which he could do. Which would be unlikely, but good. I kinda need this dead, though. You could unlikely aid it, which would be unfortunate. I'm gonna send a Sacrificial Valiant Rescuer to test the waters. Alright, that looks like an unlikely aid to me. Oh no, I know what it is. That's a back for more, is what it is. I kinda need to be playing stuff. I'm just gonna sack the token to the poacher. Yeah, he's pretty clearly saving that back for more for a good creature. This could be a Blitzhelion. I would not like to risk it. Black's got some pretty dangerous combat tricks. Am I okay discarding cards? We can mutate onto it, and then I can Blade Banish it. I'm okay chillin'. Oh, my deep Brushwag. Brushwag. I think I'm just gonna get rid of it. Now is the time. Can go ahead and King Caesar. I wonder how safe that is. Doesn't seem very safe, so we might Blitz Leech instead. Which means we attack. It's too bad he didn't block first. I will get the free damages. That looks pretty bad for him. He's gonna have to back for more now. Oh, okay. Yeah, it turns out all of our cards are even, so that makes sense. Let's go ahead and run out Gigan. Looks like I get a Vulpikeet or my Greathorn. I think Vulpikeet's best for me to mutate onto. He's gonna get that raw back. Okay. I get the Mamba. No, okay, nice. So he will instant speed kill the Cyberclaw Terror. Or the Vulpikeet if I go ahead and I think that's okay. If he kills the Vulpikeet, I get no mutate trigger, but he gets no good block. What else am I going to be able to play? 4 mana, I can play the Poacher. Oh, I can play the Rock Slide and just win. Alright, let's mutate onto a Vulpikeet. That Corpse Churn, I mean, this is a good play, it just doesn't, I don't think it beats this King Caesar. Alright, so you can kill that. Okay, so no haste here. Oh, I completely miscounted my mana. I always said I'm so good at this game. Well, let's find out, Okay, he didn't have anything. Alright, that was a really good draft for us. I was not expecting it to go that well. And I think we all know that it comes down to two things, Snapdaxes and Poacher plus Tended Connection. So, I recommend it. I'm sure I'll be doing some more drafts for the next few weeks, so I'll try and record those and put them up. Until next time, I will see you Friday. Alright, so as I promised, this is our terrible, terrible blue cycling deck that has really good potential, but the combo pieces are just too many. And it doesn't really have a lot going on for it until, like, turn 6. So, no matter what I tried putting in, I couldn't really get it to work out. But it was a fun concept, and I wanted to show you guys just for the fun of it anyways. So I'll go over the pieces, and then we'll play a game or two against Sparky, and see if I can show you what's going on in action. It's fun. So the combo here is Corridor Monitor, untapping Nyx Lotus, using Escape Protocol. When you cycle a card, pay 1. If you do, exile target artifact or creature, then return to the battlefield. So if I cycle a card and pay 1 to flash the Corridor Monitor back into play, which will untap Nyx Lotus. So if Nyx Lotus is tapping for 4 mana, if I cycle something for 2, pay 1, I've generated a mana, and cycled a card. And that's the core of it. That's pretty much the whole thing. What are we doing with it? We've got Folio of Fancies as our kill condition. This will let us draw cards as we get mana, and eventually, once we get their hand up to like 11 to 13, we can activate it about 3 times to mill out their deck. And that's what it does. Unfortunately, 4-card combos that rely on Nyx Lotus are just too slow to assemble. The entire rest of the deck is just around, protecting that combo and digging for the pieces. Omen of the Sea and Witching Well provide devotion for Nyx Lotus. They help us scry for what we need. So Tiny is defensive. It's going to mitigate threats while providing devotion. And then Shimmer Possibility just helps us find the pieces we need in the middle of the combo, or assembling the combo. We've got a couple cyclers in the deck as it is to cycle with Escape Protocol, but we also threw in some triomes, although I think we can probably edit this to add a few more triomes. Now, I want everything that's blue-black, so we can add one more of them. Honestly, anything with blue I should probably just put in. Which is pretty much nothing. I still need a lot of these triomes. Well, we'll take out Castle of Interest. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's take two. This is my second try at beating Sparky with this terrible deck. First one we got close, but just couldn't find Corridor Monitor. This time we have Corridor Monitor and Folio, but no escape, no Nyx Bloom. Well, let's
I'm your spark.
see what we can dig for.
Just what you're capable of.
Found the Nyx Lotus. Just need to find an escape protocol or two. Not those. Corridor Monitor probably would have been better to play just as a blocker. I don't really trust playing out Corridor Monitors early with this deck, but I've got a backup one in my hand, so I probably should have played that instead of the Folio. Okay, so we can generate a good bit of mana next turn. Let's try and find... I'll take a Wishing Well. That's okay. That's gonna basically be free scrying for us, because it's gonna pay itself off from the Nyx Bloom, or Nyx Lotus. Don't need those. See, I'm gonna hold control here, play the Corridor Monitor,
Favorite cards.
and then when it comes in, I'm gonna tap the Nyx Lotus. Untap. Now I've got 10 mana. So I'm gonna draw 4. We get an escape? We did not. However, I still have the mana to play either So Tiny or... You know, I'm just gonna play the Corridor Monitor and continue playing stuff out. So we want to So Tiny the Centipede. We want to play Folio of Fancies. I want to Shimmer for an escape protocol. Did not find it. A Shimmer for Shimmer. Unfortunately, we don't quite have the mana to Shimmer again. But we got a lot of mana for next turn. And if he kills our other Corridor Monitor, we'll be down a combo piece again. This is why I usually hold them back. Nope, not gonna risk anything. I don't think there's a +3 combat trick in Sparky's deck. Okay, so we didn't get there. Scry 1. Don't need Shimmer. Cannot find it. Little Witching Well. Go ahead and cycle, and we'll just cast Boon.
Good. Real good.
Why is this so hard? Well. Alright. Yep. Unfortunately, this was what I discovered in testing. 4 pieces is just too hard to assemble. But, if the corridor monitor lives, then we may be in business. It does not live. So I can not cycle right now because I don't have the protocol in play. Finding another one's going to be difficult too because I'm already down 2. We did. We found one. Alright. No murder number 3, please. Untap. Alright. So it was a long journey, but I think we're ready to begin. So first I'm going to play out my escape protocol. And folio. And so tiny. And I really just want this for the devotion. Every time we untap Nyx Lotus, we're going to get more mana. Alright, and then we cycle. We will pay 1, bounce the corridor monitor, get 12 mana. Pay 1 of that 12, bounce the corridor monitor. Get even more mana. We will continue cycling. Let's see, so how many cards? 38, so let's do... I think if we each draw 6... then, yeah, two more triggers from the folio will work. So let us cycle the triumphs. Yeah, Sparky's impatient. Auto pay. The other reason I don't really want to build this deck, even though I really like how it works, the combo, is because there's quite a few triggers. And the opponent's just sitting here the whole time watching us play. Since we're just untapping the folio, I can just do the folio directly. Alright, that's the combo. In theory, it should be a little bit resilient, because if they go to destroy the Nyx Lotus, you can cycle to bounce. You just don't have enough time. So, if we were going to make this a real card... Oh, goodbye, corridor monitor. So, that monitor could have been killed before we went off and didn't have the mana. Hilarious. But yeah, I guess what this deck really needs is some actual control built into it. Neutralizes rather than memory leaks, maybe. And... I don't know, something to really just stall the game out. Maybe it could go like Flood of Tears style. You definitely have the permanence, and then you get to scry again with all of it. Put the Nyx Bloom back into play. Next turn, play out all your... next turn, play out all of your permanence again. Maybe Teferi shuts down some of the interference. Go blue-white control. Maybe someone can figure out a way to make the deck work, but as it is, it's just untenable. Too many pieces to combo together. Just doesn't quite gel. But I would like to see it in a functional format. But that was it. I really enjoyed it. It just didn't work at all. It was pretty terrible. But I wanted to show you guys how that went. Let you see the struggle. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday. Normal episode.